Am I playing MKM event this weekend? I had no plans of doing so. I don't think so. No, it's like kind of far from where I live. It's like maybe an hour by transport, a bit over an hour. Said sorry, I have to crush you. No hard feelings. What's this Joker playing? Is he still playing Sahiri combo? That's a deck I could have played, actually. I could have played my mono blue deck. Maybe that's what I should have played. Probably playing Reveler, right? Manamorphose. Actually, I should counter that. I have Narset in hand next turn. That's probably like... Yeah, I should have countered the Manamorphose, I think. Just kind of time walk him and then play Narset. I don't get it, Yama Killer. Weren't you supposed to crush me? I'm not even gonna minus it right away. Just in case he has like bold plus looting plus something. I think the deck list might not be updated. Finale of Promise. So he's playing the mono red Phoenix deck. Are you still enjoying Teferi, Baby Teferi? Only really good in the mirror? It's serviceable in a lot of matchups. That's why I only play one main, one side, where I think Narset's a bit better. Yeah, I should have probably countered Manamorphose, but I don't think it matters that much. It's kind of funny that that card's like really good against a mono red deck when you think about it. Yeah, I think I just don't even want to take it down. Stops Reveler, stops looting, stops Manamorphose like on his turn. Yes, he casts Manamorphose on my turn. It's such a nightmare for him. What about the Archmage Charm? Yeah, so, really? So basically I think Archmage Charm is going to be good if you can cast it on turn 3 consistently. And that's it. Ah, yes, 2 Phoenix. Alright, that's kind of unfortunate, but I mean, he had to use all his resources, and now I just get to... I kind of get to mob the floor. I mean, that's his only out. He has to hope I don't have Path to Exile, basically. He's actually sending both at Narset. He's being really conservative. I could have just countered the... I guess I would have... Yeah, I could have countered... Could have countered the Forgbolt. That was maybe a mistake. You can actually cast Reveler now. I kind of messed up. That was bad. Another Phoenix. Yeah, I played that game pretty poorly. That was a bunch of Dovin's Veto in hand.
Here's to 2 more years.
You get smart. Thanks for the support. Was cool meeting you in London. Next time, hopefully, we can hang out a bit more. Alright, I go down to 1 here? Or do I save that for a finale? Yeah, I can't believe how poorly I played that game. Just unreal. And now I draw the detention sphere. Oh, better late than never. Keep my beaters in play. 2 years, time flies. Did I get arena codes to share? Not recently. A classic. Not sure I win this game. I need a planeswalker. And I need it fast. Every card in his deck kills me. It's kind of scary. For 8 mana, 8 mana, 8 mana. No burn spell in response. So I don't think I want to counter it in case he has another haste creature. And this leaves me dead to a bunch of cards, obviously, but I think it's still my best play. Yeah, this game. So I'm not exactly sure what these lists play. Let's see. So it's probably playing something close to that. So it has 2 Revelers, 4 Phoenix, 4 Looting, sideboards, Shrine of Burning Rage, and Blood Moon. I definitely want 2 Purge. Definitely want Timely and Lyra and the Angels. Lyra and the Angels sounds like a band name. And I probably want Rest in Peace. Like Snapcaster was pretty good against them, but it doesn't block that well actually. I might just go with Rest in Peace in this matchup. I think click. Teferi counters Finale of Promise, right? But they only have 2. Does it counter Light Up the Stage? No. It's a lot of 4 mana cards. I think the sweepers are decent. Hate the Wrath. Oh, he has Blood Moon. Hey, I can't afford to board out Logic not against Blood Moon. Let's see. I want S, I want Path. Fibble tip's a bit weak. Cut a Narset? No. I'll try cutting the sweepers, I guess. Should probably, I don't know. I could cut Cryptic Command too. Because of Blood Moon. I guess I like cutting Wrath of Gods because of double white against Blood Moon. Narset's one of my best cards against them, yeah. I don't know, all my cards are really good against that deck. I guess I could have taken the Grostad both times. I didn't have to fin my deck right away. Nice Blood Moon, bro. Does he have Gut Shot after sideboard? There's no way, right? Yeah, I guess he does. That's kind of poorly played by me. Yeah, that was poorly played. Oh, well, he has 2 cards in hand. That mono red deck looks super sweet. I mean, it's been around for a little bit. Maybe Finale put it over the top. Fork Bolt. Jeez, just chewing his way through my timely reinforcement. No big deal. Not bad. Trigger the value. This is a proud Jace Plus stream. Oh, the puns are real. I wonder if anyone caught that I shouldn't. I could just get Blood Moon too. What am I at 7? I die to a bolt if I get Blood Moon. I'm gonna play like a coward. Should have gone for Blood Moon. I'm at 7. Did I just counter draw here? I don't think I can do anything fancy. I think I just counter draw. Tap Bound Sphere. But I don't have mana to cast Sphere plus... Oh, I do have mana to cast Sphere plus Angel. Yeah, good call. I mean, I'm going to be alright this game. I'm not too worried, honestly. I mean, it's so unlikely. Only I need to draw is like a Resto Angel or something, you know? Like even Clegg just buys me another 10 turns. Yeah, for some reason I counted twice too, because I was looking at chat and they were talking about that line, and I mean whatever, it's fine. The hard way. My draw was good too. So he casts Phoenix. So how did he sideboard? He brought in the Blood Moons. Probably brought in Shrine if he has that. That's like 6 cards. And looks like he boarded out. Maybe he just boarded out the lootings? He didn't draw a single looting. And he played Gutshot and Forkbolt and Lava Spike. Molten Rain. Yeah, Molten Rain if he has that. Maybe Rest in Peace is bad? His opponent is good? Yeah, it looks pretty good. Oh, man, this is so tough. I'm gonna board out Cryptic Command. Rest in Peace is just so bad against a burn draw. Yeah, I mean, boarding out looting kind of makes sense for him. Surgical. I could have one surgical in my deck. I don't hate it. Even though the 2-life kind of hurts. Am I really happy during the first surgical? Might not even be happy during the first surgical. Fairy's kind of clunky. It's kind of an answer to Blood Moon, but... Also, like Snapcaster with Purge. I don't know, Snapcaster is just so good. Pretty solid hand. Blood Moon, oh, that sucks. Snapcaster would probably be a Rest in Peace here. Double Phoenix draw but no land. It's kind of scary. I'm gonna keep it. Oof. That was great. Just in case. I might not even need it this game, but... I'm at 18, 5 cards. So if I play Narset, he can kill it with a burn spell. Should probably just lead with Timely here. And even if he goes big with Phoenixes, I have Detention Sphere. I don't know. Do you have a top 3 cards Modern Horizon? I really like Ice Fang, Kodo. I like that Bull Lightning. It looks cool. I don't know if it's actually good. I mean, if you want to be serious and stuff, maybe like Force of Negation, you know? Usually this is an amazing matchup for Phoenix, really. I've found this matchup pretty good for blue-white. I haven't played against this version a ton, but I mean, all these versions have been pretty similar. I think I'd rather play against this deck than against, well, it looks like attacking was a token, was not great. I'd rather play against this version than against the blue-red version, I think. Alright, let's see. I'm at 11. There's a shrine. There's no more phoenixes in the graveyard. I want to hit my land drops. Alright, I'm just going to play a chase. And brainstorm. Okay, what do I want to scry to the bottom here? What do I want to scry to the bottom? Man, all these cards are really good. Perhaps I exile my worst card somehow? Still wondering why I attacked? I don't know. Why not? I think because I had planeswalkers and I thought I was going to want to keep my tokens to block. I didn't think they'd get a 4-power mage. I guess Davincito is kind of whatever. Brittle. Timely indeed. Timely indeed. How did I get rid of that shrine? How many more loadings do they have in their graveyard? Okay, I'm just going to counter that, I think. Because I want to be tapping out anyways. Yeah, I need Baby Teferi. Did I board out both, though? I boarded out both. And I boarded out Cryptic Command, too? I might have, like, no answers to it. I have Big Teferi. 2 cards in hand. I'm at 6. There's 2 more lootings in the graveyard. I mean, I can flash back another timely at some point too. I think I should be okay. I have Shalai too. Kind of want to keep Veto over Opt. Wonder what he has in hand. Alright, I'm just gonna Snapcaster Stone Vision. I think that's better than Timely. Kind of playing with fire here, but I think Serum Visions buys me more time. Like I dug 3 cards deep. I think that buys me more time than gaining 6. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. do go down to 6. Seems pretty hard for him to kill me though. For a veto and a path and an Narset. One Phoenix in the yard. I don't know about 12 played for me, but knew about the Narset the whole time and just not played like an idiot, was from dead anyways. Yeah, I'm sure I made a bunch of mistakes too. That was super close. And I have a good sideboard against it too. I have both purged, 2 timely, and shall I? That's tough. That's really tough. No easy wins here on the blue-white stream. Gotta earn every win. Hello again. Oh, blue-black? Blue-black gets Narset as well? Is it good? Does sound, I mean... Narset's just the best card in Modern. Did Reed surprise you with his pick of Goryo's over typical Jaunt? Well, we had Jaunt. Just Logan who played it. This hand's really bad, but probably better than a 5-card hand. I will say I didn't realize that we were playing the actual Grishelbrand deck and not the version was boring stuff. I think I would have put my veto if I realized it was the stock version of Grishelbrand, because I think that deck's kind of garbage. I always make fun of it because it's just like so inconsistent. Boreos. Yeah. Alright, Path to Exile. It's probably a bit late, but maybe not. They did mulligan too. I guess we both mulliganed. But yeah, I recommend going back and watching the VOD on the Twitch Magic channel of the Modern Super League. Especially Game 1 of Jun versus Ad Nauseam and Game 3 of Goryo's Vengeance against... I mean, honestly, every match was super sweet. The very first game, too. Grixis Shadow against Spirit, the very first game was really good. What do you think is the best deck in the current standard meta? It's tough. I thought it was White Weenie, but there's an article. Shout out to my sponsor, Channel Fireball. I'm glad you asked. It's really... Wait, where is it? Oh. It's some stats from the results. I mean, it's kind of a small sample, but it's kind of cool, though. So Carson's gives you the win rates, and then he gives you something that's called the 95% Klopper-Pearson confidence interval, and it shows you how little it means. But it looks like Is It Phoenix crushed... Crushed. I'll put the link in chat if anyone wants to check. But yeah. I haven't been playing a ton of standard. I was playing a lot of standard. I haven't played a lot of standard this week though. It goes fast. I was playing White Weenie. I got up the ladder up to like 55th on the ladder was White Weenie, but it doesn't mean that much. If I was playing standard right now, I'd be playing Grixis pile just because it's fun. Just tuning Grixis. Try to get to a good version. Also, large sample, it looks like the Super Friends decks are doing good. This guy's Super Friends 56%. Esper Super Friends 70%. Surprised that's how good Gruul is doing, honestly. I feel like Gruul has no good matchups. But I guess I'm wrong. It's definitely a spot that kind of sucks against Burn, because a lot of the time one of their last card in hand is a Searing Blaze. Ooh, hey Matt. Matt Nasty, what's up buddy? Thanks for the raid. They're not stacking their fetch land too, so it might indicate that their last card in hand is a Searing Blaze. In which case I'm fairly dead, but I don't have a choice. Welcome to 133 of you. Playing a little Modern. What were you playing, Matt? Hope you had a good stream. Were you playing your contracted hours of Arena Standard, or were you having fun playing Modern? Well, looks like they don't have it. Okay. Block Goblin Guide and Path. Swift Spear. I say that, but actually Standard is really fun, honestly. I've been having, I'm playing Modern tonight. I'll let the sun play.
I foiled out UW Control because it's the best deck in Modern.
Catatonic Walrus. 10 months was a tier 1 sub. Well, I hope you can keep affording the sub after having folded out your blue-white control deck. Was that you who tweeted at me, or was that someone else? I think it's someone who watches the stream who tweeted at me their entire foil blue-white deck. So difference between 5 life and 6 life is pretty marginal. I guess I'll just do that. Of course he's going to be able to afford the sub. He's going to win so many tournaments with a full foil blue-white. There's been a lot of people doing really well with blue-whites. Even more so recently. Oof. Actually, that card's not very... The card's not that big of a deal. I was thinking about playing Teferi first for that exact scenario. Just have something ready for Eidolon. Not set too slow. Path could end up being useless. Kind of like Serum Visions here, I think. And then obviously you have to Teferi minus. Walrus says, wasn't me, but I've been on the quest to foil it for a long while. Picked up my last Unhinged Island last week. Sick. Yeah, I was never a big fan of foils, but I think it's mostly because I feel like it's weird to have some foils and some non-foils. But maybe if you have the whole deck foil, it's just like, it's got to be insane. I would also be so nervous to have a foil deck in my, I mean, Magic decks are expensive enough. Not that I've lost too many decks in my life. I'm not even sure I've ever lost a deck, but hope I didn't just jinx it. Alright, looks like we should win. Looks like we just got there, yeah. That should lock it up. That logic knot. Unless they've been saying that sandbagging a burn spell somehow. Logan says I have a good Duke story that sort of pertains to the modern Super League. Well, we're all ears, I think. Fully foiled original printing jaunt, $12,000 or $13,000. That is a lot of money. Perfect. Alright, I forgot to use Jace. This is one of the matchups where Jace Plus is pretty good. I don't even care that much. I'll let them join Eidolon. Oh, I had click in hand. I could have just clicked them for free with Narset. Loose. Loose as a goose. That's a good story. 1 year, Reed was just shy of platinum, and his last shot was a GP in Singapore. It was modern, and he was going to play Griselbrand. He left the deck on the plane, was lost forever, so audible to jaunt, made top 8, and got platinum. Dude. It's like the most Reed Duke story ever. Dude, what? You heard what I said earlier, right? That I didn't realize we were playing like the regular Griselbrand deck, and I would have like 100% vetoed it. Because I think that deck is trash. I can't believe you guys managed to slip one through me again. I need to be more careful. Reed is on a weird mission to just sabotage us every year in the modern Super League. I mean, I don't even know if that version, the version with the board is actually better than the version, like the regular version, but... Reed said, I didn't like the list from the mock, so I'm going to practice a little, and I had a hunch he would just cut all the new cards. Yeah, good guy Reed, I know. Good guy Reed trying to give our opponents a chance. We're not messing around this year. No Soul Sisters, no Boggles, no Mercy. I feel like they should just give us the trophy. We swept the defending champs. Like, I think, what else is there to... Why are we still playing? Wait, they've had a bolt this whole time? Huh. That definitely kind of hooked me. I definitely didn't expect their last card in hand to be a bolt. I feel like I might have misplayed. If you can call that a misplay. I was going to dredge one more for good measure. The scary, the logic knot. Yeah, we knew they had Lava Spike from Jace. I left it on top because it's a sorcery speed spell, so when I click them, I know they cannot cast it. Alright. I came ready for burn. Let's see if it pays off. Surgical, not the best. This is a tough matchup. And when I say tough, I mean tough to sideboard. Because I never know if I'm supposed to keep in Verdict or not. It's really good against Eidolon, and Eidolon is one of the best cards against you. I think I'm supposed to keep them in. I think maybe board out Cryptic. I like Teferi. I like all the other 4 mana cards. Narset seems slow. And it's pretty bad against Eidolon, but it digs too timely. I don't like Sphere because it's clunky. You take 2 from Eidolon. I don't like Click. I think this is pretty reasonable way to sideboard. With so many angels, Verdict is meh. That's a good point too. It's tough. Rafts bails you out so often in this matchup. Having Teferi in play is not bad either, just have it chill there. I'll try D-Sphere more. Maybe I've just had... I used to have like a little bad variance with D-Sphere. Maybe it's not as bad as I think it is. What do you think of the cycle lands for blue-white control? I don't mind farmland in the deck, and I think the one-color ones are probably worse than farmlands. This is an interesting hand. Having Path in your opening hand is one of the most important things. I'm gonna keep. I'm not taking any damage from my lands. Field of Ruin can actually be relevant. They're also really unlucky. Mulliganing 3 times in 2 games with Burn is unheard of. Mulligan to 4? Mulligan to 4 makes no sense. Unless they had like 3 lands, 2 spells, maybe. Is it worth to cut Fugeltip so people stop asking about it? Honestly, it might be. That might be the next level play, Maddie. I think you broke it. Or I could just ignore them. Why am I playing Fiddletip? Because I want to be able to kill Planeswalkers. So I'm playing one over Wall of Omens. Do you expect Copycat to be as good after Horizon? I'm kind of off Copycat, honestly. I don't think it's that good. I'm not sure, does it gain anything? Copycat's the Sahili combo deck I've been playing a bit. I'm actually gonna bottom that. I don't want a reactive card and then just end up losing to a bunch of creatures. But it could be a mistake. If I want to tap out for Teferi and then I want to tap out for Jace, I'd just rather dig to one of the cards that win me the game. AKA Lyra, Shalai, Timely. Ishino, Sonic. C'était marrant, je matais Chasseur d'appartements et c'était sur Toulouse et il y avait une maison qui était près de Muret. Et j'ai fait, oh Muret! C'est là où il y avait le championnat de France l'année dernière. Did I forget to use Teferi? I think I did, right? Yeah, I think I played it and I forgot to use it. Oh well, whatever. This is a zero stream. No, this is a no activation stream. That's how we roll now. Fandom all over again, dudes. And I didn't get invited. Oh man, that was such. That was a costly punt. But it's cool. If I'm not getting the money, someone else is, so I'm happy for them. This is a shameless plus stream. Plus every Planeswalker every turn. How did that Jace get to 5 loyalty? I don't know what keeps happening. I keep misclicking every turn. Fine, we can start brainstorming. Nope, they conceded. Burn's just super popular on Magic Online compared to... It's pretty popular. It's more popular in real life than it should be too, I think. Any more spoilers? The fandom tournament. The 4 returning. Sick. Wait, what? Chris Clay is... Wow. Wasn't he like the arena lead? What the hell? I wanted to let everyone know that as today I parted ways with Wizards of the Coast, it was a personal decision and was only made possible by knowing that I'm leaving this game in the incredibly capable hands of a team that I respect and cherish with all my heart. I'd like to take a moment to thank the MTG Arena community and the Magic community as a whole for letting me be part of it these past 3 years, being the game director on MTG Arena and seeing it blossom thanks to the wonderful development team, my fellow Wizards, and the passion of all of you has been one of the highlights of my career. While time has come for me to move on, I hope to be a part of the community for a long time to come. I wish you all the best and can't wait to see MTG Arena's new game director, Jay Parker, bring to the game. Wow. Well, I hope Chris is okay. I've parted ways with Wizards. This was a personal decision. That's Caleb, right? So this hand should be pretty good. So how's the sword matchup? I feel like this is our first like real clip, like the OG. How's the sword matchup? Isn't it Phoenix? I think he was on Phoenix for a while, and last weekend he was playing that deck again in the Open. Alright, so Surgical plus Verdict plus Slants to cast them is really strong. It's kind of a lock. The question is... Would you say it's worth playing 2 Surgical main in blue-white for events lower than a PTQ? It's a tough question. If you know for a fact your metagame has no dredge, it's obviously insane against dredge, it's good against storm, it's really good against Tron, it's decent against Valakut. It's better than it looks. There's a reason I play 2 main deck. I don't just play them for dredge, you know? Alright, that's kind of an interesting spot. If I have Teferi in play and a Surgical in hand, so I don't care about MT. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna just Teferi minus. I think Teferi minus with Surgical in hand should be good enough. I really want to hit my first land drop. I think this is better than Snapcaster Path, but I could be wrong. What do you think of Phoenix and the post-War of the Spark format? I'm not too sure. I know Narset is pretty good against Phoenix. I don't know how much that impacts the deck. A Wrath of God against Storm is actually pretty good once you have Teferi. Instant speed Wrath of God for their dudes when they go off. Alright, I think now we win. We just get to... I guess they could have Noxious... You have Noxious Revival. That'd be kind of good beats if they did. Alright. Yeah, I haven't played Noxious. I mean, maybe Caleb doesn't play Noxious? I'm gonna be kind of sneaky. Wait, didn't Caleb do good again? Oh yeah, ninth. Wow, brutal. He boards in 3 pieces of the puzzle. 3 remands in the main deck. Negates. You never know what to do about Rest in Peace. I think the Surgical's probably better. So I can keep Snapcaster in. Wall's pretty bad. Fiddletip's pretty bad. Click is good. Resto is fine. Shalai might be okay, I'm not even sure. He plays 4 Electromancer. Maybe 1 Purge is okay. I like both Verdicts plus a Sphere for MT. I think you could make a case for Wrath of God, especially with Teferi in the deck. I'm just going to keep in all my sweepers. I think Cryptic Command's actually kind of clunky and not the greatest. Maybe Narset's like not insane. Do they have a lot that have up, but I can cast it off my turn? They have Serum Visions and Manamorphose. And Narset's pretty decent. Shalai should be good. Is it? I mean, it's good against Grapeshot. I don't know if it's actually that good. I was going to board out a Jace. Jace's not the greatest against remands. He has negate after sideboard. Is the new chain to the rocks going to be good in blue-white? I don't think so. You can't snapcast it. It's sorcery speed. Seems pretty mediocre to me, honestly. Alright, I'm going to keep. This hand's obviously kind of weak to empty their warrants, but they can play a decent value game after sideboard was extra counter spells and pieces of the puzzle, so you don't want to go too crazy on the mulligans, even if your hand's not perfect. Isn't fair worse than Jace against Remand? Yeah, that's probably a valid point. At least the fairy lets you keep 2 mana out of the turn you play it, I guess. I want to see their hand. Remand up pieces of the puzzle. They brought in a wipe away. They only have 2 remand after sideboard. Maybe he only has 2 in his main deck. 2 Electromancer, all the Barals. Trims a Desperate Ritual, trims a Pyretic Ritual. 3 Grapeshot, 1 Pass in Flames, 1 Gift Ungiven. Remand pieces of the puzzle and opt. Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't have a choice. Maybe Surgical was bad, because now I die too. If I was going to play Detention Sphere anyways, no matter what, I guess casting Surgical there was kind of bad. Maybe I Sphere first, and then I Surgical. This way I can't get emptied again. He kept on top was up. Hopefully it was just a sleight of hand. He kept on top. I actually bring in the Lyra usually in this matchup, I think. Because it's another good card against Timely. Against MT. Alright, Perch definitely not worth it. Lyra's back in. And if I had like turn 2 Fiddletip or turn 2 Wall of Omens this game, maybe I win. Maybe that's too many removal spells. I'll do all the Angels. 2 out of 2 remand. Yeah, that was pretty lucky. Well, I don't bring in Rest in Peace because I'd rather have Snapcast or Logic Knot, etc. And I think Surgical's good enough. Rough sounds pretty bad. He's mulliganing as well. In the bottom. Since I can't beat a big empty anyways. I need an opt. My kingdom for an opt. That'll do. I'm joking, I'm joking. Looks like we're gonna lose again. We're gonna lose because I drew my 1 Wrath of God and not Verdict. Grapeshot? I got them thinking. He hesitated. I was like doing it as a joke, but... Oh. I guess if he doesn't have a counterspell, I don't die. Ow. If that's Surgical there. I bought him the Surgical, right? On the Scry? And I think it was the right choice, but... Oh. Wow. Turn 2? Turn 2 on the mulligan? I got hit by the, like... 1% hand or whatever. That's so sick. And if I don't draw Serum Visions, I would have had like Dove and Zeta. I mean, he would have played differently, I guess. That was so brutal. That's gotta be like literally less than 1%, I think, to kill on turn 2 on the mulligan. Just turn 2 kill period, even with a good 7 card hand, is what, like less than 5%? RIP, thanks for the Twitch Prime resub. There's always that one guy. It was bad to just tap out for veto emo. Oh yeah. Real bad. Obviously it was bad, I lost, you're right. Should have played around that under 1% chance. the big engineered. It's kind of hard to say. Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Yeah, Kang. Let's take a deep breath after this pretty tilting beat, and also
down here, salt is a way of life.
Obviously, the environment down here is all salt. The ceiling's salt, the floor is salt, the walls are salt, and to an extent, the air is salt. And you breathe that in, and you can constantly taste the salt.
He does kind of look like PPD too. He could be PPD's dad.
Salt is a way of life.
Obviously, the environment down here is all salt. The ceiling's salt, the floor is salt, the walls are salt, and to an extent, the air is salt. And you breathe that in, and you can constantly taste the salt.
Dude, it's so funny. I actually made the Hawaiian pork I make sometimes, except the pork I bought was like kind of super salted it was like seasoned with a lot of salt. So what I did was like cut the salt of the marinade in half, and I thought it would be okay, but then it was still like super salty and like almost inedible. Hey Camel, thanks for the cheers. I could really get used to that tradition. Not gonna lie. I appreciate all the support, Camel. Thank you so much, bud. You're joining us for the last couple of matches. We just got turned to kill by the one and only Caleb Shearer. So that was not very cool, but turn 1 faithless looting.
All right, forest, go.
Oh, a forest. How good for you. Swamp.
Another forest?
2 forests? How does it feel to have all the answers, luck sack?
I played a second basic.
Enough of your fake modesty. What's next, a 2-drop?
A Tarka Beastbreaker?
How am I supposed to compete with that? A 2-2 on turn 2? Might as well just concede now.
Are you okay?
Okay? How am I supposed to be okay in the face of fucking Alpha Force over there?
'Cause you seem kind of salty.
Fuck you!
Wow, sorry about the swear words. This used to be a PG stream. Don't go stimulate a second. We're allowed 1 F-bomb. Really? Am I allowed 1 F-bomb a stream? My kids are crying. Yeah, Camel, T2 is rare, and they had Mulligan too. So I think T2 on 7 cards. Does anyone know? Do we have any Stormwiz in chat? I was under impression turn to kill was about 5%. So I'm assuming on the Mulligan 6 you should like divide that number by 5 probably or so. Oh, we're playing against that same deck again. We get to see if me beating Yama Killer was a fluke. We played against Yama Killer round 1 and we had an absurdly close match. I think Wrath of God is good. Nothing feels great though. This game 1's kind of hard. You just have to kind of hope they don't have the stupid draws. I think I'm just gonna use it because I lose it to a bolt anyways. Jace opt cryptic command. So I'm probably gonna have to cast Wrath of God next turn. And then the turn after that, we're gonna have to cast the Attention Sphere. Don't want it to fairy. I guess I'll take Cryptic Command, but I honestly feel like all 3 options are reasonable. Has Blue White gotten the most upgrades from more of the spark? I don't know, there might be better Baby Teferi or Narset decks out there, but I mean, I guess there's the Neoform deck, right? That deck literally didn't exist before War of the Spark, so what upgrades besides Force of Negation? I think Force of Negation and Factor Fiction is where I'm gonna start with Blue White. I don't know, where's my list? Blue White, MH. Force of Negation, I'm gonna try to fetch land, I guess. Factor Fiction. Yeah. Alright, they played Reveler. Alright, they only have 3 cards in hand. And they only have 2 Revelers in their deck. It's not like Mardu Paramancer where when they start playing Revelers, it just never ends. How many Phoenixes in the graveyard? 0? It's pretty lucky for me. Alright. If I Teferi Plus, I could potentially die. So I'm gonna Teferi Plus. Wow. Insurance. I love it. No, it's almost impossible for us to just die this turn. But I think I still have to Teferi Plus. I think it's the best play in the long run. Why, did they actually have the double bolt? Alright, I wouldn't have died, but Factor Fiction is really interesting. They do such a good job at balancing the cards now that it's kind of hard to... There's so many cards that are close in power level. I mean, Factor Fiction used to be so much better than every other card back in the day. But now it's like... You have all these options and... Just hard to know, I guess. Glimmer of Genius versus Factor Fiction, hard to know. Alright, maybe this one's not that hard. Glimmerbound, the good old days. The good old days indeed. Alright, we got a big practice in this matchup. So we decided no Rest in Peace. Did I do like no Rest in Peace and no Surgical? And then I got really lucky with my Detention Sphere on 2 Phoenix. Oh man, might have to go back to the drawing board here. Alright, how did we sideboard? How did we sideboard? I boarded out that because of double white. I boarded out all the Teferi, and then I was like, oh, I have no answers to Shrine of the Burning Rage. I think I sideboarded like that. I think Teferi's probably good. Or, I mean... I wouldn't hate a Surgical. I did 1 Surgical. I would board out a Jace. I could board out an Narset too. Could do 2 Surgical. But the burn part of their deck, like this game, they didn't even draw like a Phoenix and it almost burned me down. I'm gonna do 1 Surgical. Click. Narset. I'm gonna do Narset. Just, it finds Timely. Finding Timely is pretty strong. Finding Timely, finding Path. Who makes these videos? Oh, it's loading ready to run. 100k views. Nice. I don't spend enough time on YouTube. Said no reasonable person out. Is the charm going to be too ambitious for blue whites? Probably. You could just not play Field of Runes. And then you could play the charm. The problem is the charm's not even... I mean, it's super flexible. Countering a spell for 3 mana is not good. Stealing a 1 mana permanent is not going to happen all the time. Drawing 2 cards at instant speed is really good. I mean, you always have the draw 2 option. It's just going to be good against everyone. So, I don't know. Maybe it is that good. Woo! Sorry. Alright, that's a slightly better draw for them. Charm's the most overrated card in the set. I don't think people are overrating Charm. Are they? Oof. Nice. Land drop secure. Well, it's probably not going to be enough. They're down to 1 card, but they have a looting. Maybe just Phoenix so good that it's bad. I mean, Surgical is such a bad top deck. So it's hard to... It's kind of hard to gauge properly, honestly. How many Surgicals I want? Alright, what's the deal here? Probably just Surgical looting, right? Please have another looting in hand. I'd have another Phoenix in hand. So they left in both Revelers, all Phoenixes. They have the 2 shrines. So they left in all the graveyard cards. I still don't know if Rest in Peace is good. If you got 4 Revelers, I think you want Rest in Peace against only 2 Revelers. Infos Quito or InfoQuit. I'm not too sure. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. And a warm welcome to the Sioux. Alright, if I path Phoenix, I get them closer to Reveler, but... So they can't cast Reveler next turn. I could like Jace Plus. Yeah, I think Jace Plus is actually pretty reasonable. Sorry chat. I know it's becoming a bad habit. I'm getting addicted to Jace Plus. Help. Let's get all H. Oh, they didn't play their extra dude. Seems like super conservative. I'm at 5. I'm gonna pav that Phoenix anyways. Do I want to keep Colonnade? Probably not. I think we're almost there. Almost have them locked. A very soft lock. So they have a Bedlam Reveler, a Soul Scar Mage, a Mystery card. My hand's just great. Don't really gonna want to go down to free life. Timely doesn't gain me life right now. I mean, I can go down to free life. I can always cast Timely just for the life. Hey Brandio. We made Modern Super Elite look easy. It was a clean sweep. Yeah, sometimes. We had a sweep last year too. It doesn't matter though. It does, but it didn't get us through the finish line, I guess is what I mean. I think I'm gonna block all, and then I'm gonna purge the Swift Spear. Manamorphose. So if I purge the Swift Spear, they'll have 2 creatures and I'll have 2 creatures. If I let it resolve. I think I probably blocked poorly there. Should have double blocked with Snap. I'm dumb. I don't know what I was thinking. Not much, obviously. I also just purged Soulscar Mage. And then I'll have 1 guy left. And then I get full value. Alright, I guess I'll do that. Hi, I play a lot of Control in Standard, but now I'd like to start Modern. Is Blue-White a good deck in order to start Modern? It's really fun to play. You always have a game, you know, lots of close games. It's probably pretty hard to play, but if you like controlling standard, you should just, yeah, what people said, play what you like, you know? It's fun. Can bounce snap for more life. Oh yeah. Alright, this was a bit easier than the first time against Yama Killer. Did it board in Blood Moon? I'm not sure. I would definitely board in at least 1 Blood Moon on the play. I think the first one's got to be plus EV when you're on the play against Blue-White. Past that, I don't know. It's kind of scary. Yama means mountain in Japanese. I did not know that. I think it's a character in some anime, right? Yama Killer? I think that's what he said. Can't remember though, maybe not. Oh, we saw their deck was surgical in game 1, right? I think it was game 1. Or was it game? Yeah, Blue Moon used to be a really bad matchup for Blue-White, and Blood Moon is definitely annoying. Just like shutting down Colonnade in these long games between Blue-Red and Blue-White is a big deal. But I think it was Teferi and Narset. I mean, Blue Moon can play Narset as well. Teferi's just so insane in Control Mirrored, so... Ooh, a little Tron. Who's played Eldrazi Tron? That deck's on the... How do you say? On the up and up. I'm gonna play main phase up. The very corner case I draw into Colonnade. I wouldn't even keep Colonnade. It would have to be like exactly the second card from the top after I scroll. But I could draw Serum Visions too, actually. I forgot I had 1 Serum Visions in my deck. So you definitely want to main phase up. Yeah, I mean, E-Tron was it was doing good for a while. I don't know if whoever was playing that deck ended up making top 8. Oh, we are playing in Citron. This is kind of a tough matchup, I think. Wow. Well, I don't care about Matter Reshaper too much for now. I can ignore it for a bit. Alright, so next turn, they cannot play Karn. Should I keep Veto up? They might have random Expedition map. But the 2-life is relevant against Reality Smasher and all. This is a pretty tough spot. Let me see. 2 Eldrazi Tron, 17, 18s. 4 Karn main, 3 Dismember, 2 All His Dust, 4 Chalice, 4 Expedition Map. Oh wow, that's a lot of non-creature spells. Well, I'm definitely playing a non-tap plan. Alright. I didn't realize that many spells. I forgot about Chalice too. Yeah, Force of Negation. That might be the matchup, one of the matchup that gets the biggest upgrade for blue-white, or, you know, Force of Negation. You get to tap out for Jace against Tron. I mean, they still have Ballista to punish you in these spots, but... Man, I wish I could have kept that second Wrath of God that I didn't have to bottom it. But I think it was, like, super, super greedy to do so. Oh, wow. Tension Share is going to be nice. Can I afford to wait one more turn to have V? So what happens if I Detention Sphere Reshaper and declare Karn? How bad is it? Can I afford not to play Detention Sphere this turn? I could play Narset in mine. I think that's bad though. I think I should Detention Sphere and hope for the best. Other question. They could Dismember their Matter Reshaper. That'd be a pretty good play. Am I gonna want a 2-for-1 myself on a Reality Smasher? What would I discard? I don't think I can do that. I'm just gonna play tapped house. The cards from Horizon I'm going to play. I'm going to start with some Factor Fictions and some Force of Negation. Maybe I don't play conservative enough in these matches. Maybe I'm supposed to take more hits. Not let. Why do people think Factor Fiction is good? Well, I was playing Glamour of Genius, so I think Factor Fiction is good. Chalice for 2. That's kind of wrecks me. No more Snapcaster Mage is definitely tough. I think Chalice for 1 might be better still. Open clearly knows what they're doing. Alright. So I guess Eldrazi Temple. It's kind of a tough one. 4, 5, 6, 7. They have All His Dust in their deck. How bad is All His Dust for me? Oh wait, Chalice doesn't stop Dovin's Veto. Who pointed out in chat? Veto still works. Who else said it? Veto kind of sick here. Yeah, I didn't even realize. Wow. Helsing said it first. Yeah. It's the first time it comes up. God, Chalice for 2 is really bad. I mean, I don't know, countering Snapcaster is a big deal. definitely a big one. That's sick, dude. Veto. Yeah, I mean, I know it says, I realize it, right, without the help. Alright, in that case, I should get rid of the Cavern of Souls. They had a good draw, but then they kind of ran out of. I'm not even sure. I'm scared of it. I won't be needing your services, Mr. Snap. It's like the dark side of the Force. There's a little angel who says brainstorm, and then there's a little devil who's like, just plus it. Just plus 2. My plus 2, my precious. The Eldrazi Tron matchup was always super and kind of challenging to play. The sideboarding is really challenging too. Fairy seems nuts. Click might actually be good with Narset, I think. The whole like dance around Chalice of the Void is interesting too. I remember experimenting with boarding out all my Path to Exile to not get completely wrecked by Chalice for one. Stroke is good. Stony Silence is good, right? They have Map, Mindstone, Ballista, maybe some sideboard stuff. Yeah, the angels are coming in for sure. Click 2. Shall I? This is more or less what we're up against. Alright, 5 cards. Even Path to Exile is not the greatest against them. Bad against Chalice. I'm definitely gonna cut. Ust is nice against Matter Reshaper, but that's about it. I'm gonna cut some 1-mana removal. I could see cutting an Opt in to smash up too, but that seems kind of greedy. I have to Fairy to bounce Chalice too, that helps a bit. I definitely want all these cards. Maybe board out a Snapcaster Mage if I'm boarding out some. I don't think that's completely absurd. Shalai attacks Karn. The Shalai protects me, helps against Ballista and yeah. I need to make decisions, I guess. I board out an Opt. Can't get your card back. Was Shalai? Teferi seems mediocre. Really? Baby Teferi seems absurd in this matchup. They have very few haste creatures. It bounces Chalice. Casting Wrath of God at instant speed seems super sweet too. And 5-mana Teferi's obviously good in these matchups. Just kind of slower. New Karn in blue-white. Yeah, I mean, you can throw Karn in a lot of these decks, right? Chalice for 1. Hey. Easiest bottom of my life. Double Temple, eh? Double Temple. This is a tough. I don't think it's that tough for the spot. It's got to be Stony South. How many caverns do they play? worst case scenario, they play like a smasher. And then I have like 3 turns to top. Let them getting a land is not, it's not as bad as when you're playing against normal Tron. But then if I let them, they go get Cavern and then they get to resolve their cards. So I think I should just play Stony Salon. Are the Modern Super League results available somewhere? I'm not sure. I can tell you what happened. You can go watch the VODs too on the Magic channel. They're public. Yeah, I mean, it depends. Like, if I say go with 2 mana up, they're probably just gonna like not do anything, sag the map, just get a Cavern, right? So I'm gonna screw it either way. It's kind of an interesting spot. So I think this is a spot, given my exact hand, where I just play it slow. I'm just gonna go down to 5 this game, I think. And then hopefully just lock up the game with my counter spells. And do we get to take last year's trophy after the sweep? That's what I said. I said they should just cancel the rest of the Modern Super League and give us the trophy since we swept the defending champions. But I don't think. Do they have Volnog in their sideboard? This version. Neither. Hey, I'm a killer. Yeah, I played that first game bad. I could have Dovin's Veto, Manamorphose, and a couple different other spells, but 5-0 is Affinity. Just good old Frenzy Affinity. Is Affinity just quietly the best deck in the format? I was like, why is everyone still playing Affinity when people are playing these Karn decks? But then I was like, oh, Karn actually doesn't do anything. That's not the play. I'm being lazy. Karn doesn't do anything because Affinity just kills Karn the turn it comes into play like 100% of the time. Dungeon Sphere against Reality Smasher is nice. You don't have to discard because it's not a spell, it's the trigger, the ability. I beat a turn 1 Karn Great Creator. What against? You beat turn 1 Karn Great Creator. That is pretty absurd. Which one we use first? Logic Knot or Disdainful Stroke? Probably Disdainful Stroke. Kind of wish I'd use Logic Knot now. They have 7. Sorry about that, Whammy. I don't even remember why I said that, but alright, 7 mana. What am I worried of? They only have 6 mana for Karn. And even Karn's not that scary. I don't think I'm scared of much, right? I guess we're about to find out. Hold me, chat. One on tap step away from. Still no trophy. I don't think I've trophied with blue-white. What did I trophy with? Maybe I did trophy with blue-white once. Damn. They're ready. Dismember. Oh yeah, we 5-0'd that league where we went like 2-1. We won every match 2-1. The good old 5-0 10-5. Oh yeah, it was colonnade less blue white. Maybe that's why I called 5-0. How many times did I block or attack with colonnade this league? 0, right? Harry, go to bed. Or are you still up at 1 a.m. on a weekday? Don't you have tests to study for and modern tournaments to win on the weekend? Chalice for 2. That's pretty... They don't play Simmons Spirit. Hey, dude that I rated the other day, but I don't know how to say your name. Arcani? Arcan? Dude, that was cool, your reaction. You were so excited. It made me so happy. I'm glad I rated you. I hope the rest of the stream went well. I was like, I think this guy watches my stream sometime and he plays some Magic on Arcan. Okay. Like Steamkin. Oh, we've got some Arcane subs in the chat. Sick. Legacy players. I'm at 4. So I could snap counter. Or, since I have Stony Sounds in play, I could just verdict and keep my Snapcaster Mage. I think I like the verdict plan a bit better. Plus, if I verdict, I still have Snapcaster verdict. What about Reality Smasher? What's better line against Reality Smasher? Alright, I'm gonna... I mean, I can go down to 1, right? It means no more fetch lands, which is kind of... kind of going very far out of my way to not die to a Reality Smasher. I think this is good though. Let me take a quick look at the deck lists. See if there's anything weird. We can do the last point of damage, like Suns are. This is a real Patience from Zai game, I know. Feels good, right? These are the best games. Max value out of 4. I have a lot of plays. I don't know if getting rid of Tron does much for me. Alright, I guess and play Fiddletip. I could have just played Fiddletip and said go, and then if they have a Dismember, I still have Snapcast. To Fairy Master Windu, please carry. I like how Fiddletip shows up right after Wrath of God, yeah. Fiddletip just like the lost, quote unquote, right. Like anyone's falling for it, dude. Fiddletip knows exactly what he's doing. Hope I know what I'm doing using my Snapcaster here. How much mana do they have? 4, 10? Man, they have enough for... Did I just not counter? Nah, I mean, I have to... I mean, what are the odds they have Karn in the way they played that? I guess I don't even lose to Karn, right? I get to attack it. Never mind. Yeah, I'm dumb. I do lose to Reality Smasher. But I don't think... It's almost impossible that they have a... Wow. How did they have... How did they have an... Wow. I guess I got greedy. They take my... The problem is that they have a really good card in hand. I still have to top deck a counter spell to counter it the next turn. And it had to be like, because Karn doesn't kill me on the spot. I mean, in reality, does kind of go full proactive. I forgot to Field of Ruin one turn. I mean, definitely relevant. I just completely like missed it. I thought I just... Oh yeah, Karn killed me. Yeah, small Karn kills me because they get to get the... No, how do they get rid of Sphere? I have Stony Silence in play. Oh yeah, Karn. So it was like literally only Ugin and Reality Smasher that killed me, right? Nothing else. Nothing else, man. He said, I think I need to buy a lottery ticket. Not surgical for Temple or Ursulan? Nah, their deck doesn't use Tron very well. Or not well enough. In before Tron. They don't play Big Karn. That deck doesn't play Big Karn. He got a better Karn. This is a really... They're just so unlikely to have it. And it's so good for me if I play Teferi. Let me think about that for a second. Like if they don't have Tron, I just win on the spot, I think, if I play small Teferi. It is true they shouldn't have Ugin in their deck, so who knows. I think we play Field. Alright, I think that's a good play. That's like when the judge tells you to play faster and you're like, okay, play a Field, then you go. So I could Field of Ruin in their draw step, and if they have like Temple plus... You know what they say, right? Fuck it. I don't know, I'm off it. I think it's a good play. I think it's close, honestly. I think either plays like really close. Like even if they have Tron, it's hard for them to have like something really good. Like the other question is, if I say go, I could just say go and not do anything. But then my hand... Like if I field them in their draw step and they have Temple, Dot Seer, I just kind of get wrecked, honestly. I lose all the tempo. Draw 2. So I have Logic Knot for 2, I have Sanctum of Vugan. Yeah, they're way up the beaten path of Eldrazi-tron. Chalice for 1. Yeah, it's fine. I have the fairy. I can like bounce it. Even if I draw a couple of ups and stuff at some point. I like board it out. Damn, does it? The tower, I guess. It's kind of a guessing game at this point. Alright, since we established opponent could be on any 2, I'm in a logic not for 1 more. In case they are playing the Miser as a Simian Spirit Guide. I mean, it's gotta be... I wonder if it's good in the long run to overpay logic not in these spots. For the like 1 in 1,000. Well, Comcast path anyways. Yeah, their deck is over. Yeah. Not too scary. You're gonna get the 2-mana. Where's Phil? They were bad mapping Fibblethip yesterday. Questioning. Oblivion Stone. Wow, that is so ambitious. That is the most ambitious tutor. Darwin's Veto. I'll allow. I guess I'll. Maybe Lyra is better. Any new spoilers tonight? Reality Smasher. No, it doesn't look. Ooh, that was. Maybe I'll suck up to my boss. Do I ever give LSV daggers for the finals of the PT? Not really. I almost never bring it up. I think he brings it up. I'm not always the best loser, but I'm pretty good. Five. We get 2. Man, I wonder if at some point I will not feel not dirty doing the whole click Marset. Their hands actually, yes, they have the coding in hand already. Wow. They're just a code. So I'll just take coding. I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to take. I guess coding's like a one-time stone rain. Yeah, I didn't really care about that, did I? I don't know. Don't think it matters too much. But it just didn't do anything? Oh, they tutored for it last turn, yeah, I'm dumb. Why didn't they do anything? Why are they not casting spells? Why didn't they go like... Are they playing the clock already? Yellowhat time. Yellowhat time is fine. They didn't even plus Karn. You can plus Karn without a target, right? Up to, yeah. Yeah, maybe the F6 the click, yeah, something like that. F6 the click trigger. Could be. Tough match though. Why is Terminus not popular? Because it's not good. I don't think Terminus good. It's never like much better anyways than some of the other cards. And why am I playing a lot of creatures? Because Snapcaster is just super, just the best card in the deck, and it's just a really good card, I guess. So I want to play 4. Does you want to attack Planeswalkers too? There's a lot of Planeswalkers, so you want to play more creatures to be yours. Torrent's pretty much worse in almost every matchup. I'm not even sure which matchup Terminus is. It's better against Dredge, and that's it. And even against... I could see it being better in this matchup, maybe. I'm not sure why I'm still playing. They should print blue, draw 2, put 1 back in modern. Oh yeah, sure. It actually probably would be like... So you play it on turn 1 and you can't even fetch anything away because you... That'd probably be fun. Yeah, I could bounce my own click. Yeah, I should be chaining click. That's actually a good play. I'm just playing pretty loose because nothing matters, but I definitely occasionally forget I can bounce my own creatures. Like, should I go for the full BM? Draw step, double click. Yeah, I have Ghost card in play, that's why I didn't know. Alright, GG Sticky. That's close. I mean, this game didn't look that close, but it was pretty turns and stuff. Seems like a decent matchup. Nothing like spectacular. So I do lost to. We lost to good old Storm, best Storm player in the world.